Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NieR Automata, which I believe is going to be the finale. Or at least I hope it's the finale. It should be the finale. Because we just have to go to the tower. Well, first off, let's look at the map. Unlock the tower with the keys, so we have the ability to go to where the tower is in the city crater, and then go up the tower and see what's what up there. So let's just transport ourselves to the city. City center is probably going to be our best bet. And once I'm done with NieR, this will just be another game notched off of my belt. Which I am actually looking forward to, because I've had this game for a very long time. But to finish it will be like one minor weight lifted off my shoulders, because I have a lot of games that I've started but haven't finished. So this will just be a step in the right direction for me. Yeah, what you gonna do? Don't let it go! Sorry, you missed me. Wanna try again? Oh! Well, by golly, he did it. My turn! Alright. So now that we got the keys, shouldn't be an issue for us to open up these little towers that are around here. Do I have to destroy something? Yep, apparently I do. Oh, I was actually being timed. Alright, so that one's shut down. This stream may not be all that long because I only intend to just go through until the end of this story. If it has like some bonus stuff, I'll check it out, but the stream won't be too long. I'll more than likely miss the state of play that's gonna happen at 6. But I had some people in another Discord keep me informed about what is going to be in the state of play and whether I should be paying attention to it or whether it's worth my time or not. I don't even have to worry about going after the fodder enemies, because all I have to do is just make my way towards the end. So if I can make a path where I don't have to fight them at all, it just makes my job easier. Easy. Yo, Psycho! Good to see you! Today we're finishing NieR Automata. So now we finally get to go inside of this tower that sprouted up in the middle of the city when we were finished with the last playthrough. So now, oh, this is gonna take a hot minute. How?
Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way!
How dare you interrupt me when I'm trying to ransack?
Won't stop coming.
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies?
Allies? Oh snap!
Wait, you?
The twins?
9S, we've been expecting you.
What?
The two of us will take things from here.
I
We need to
almost
open the door to
thought.
the tower.
I almost thought that they were there to kill me. I'm about to say, I like you. Don't make me fight you.
Albala? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Yo, keep it going. There's so many of them, but they are putting in that work.
You just focus on hacking.
Yo, look at the twins go! All that money. I hope it doesn't disappear. It's a mixture of orchestra music and the 8-bit music that happens when you're hacking. Let's go, we gotta go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
What's this barrier?
Wow.
Analysis. It is part of a closed
How many of these things are there?
How do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit its self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What's about to happen? Somebody help! Need help!
Ah!
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
How's my day been? Oh, it's been fantastic. I have the day off. I've already did my Jujutsu Kaisen read-through for today. We did Volume 4. And now I'm going to be finishing NieR Automata. And afterwards, I'll probably get myself a couple of soft batch cookies and chill for the rest of the day. Probably tune in and see what's happening with the state of play. I hope there's actually some good games that they show off during the state of play. I told someone in the other Discord to keep me informed if there was anything worth noting. So hopefully there's something good in this state of play for PlayStation. I heard there was going to be some VR games talked about, but I'm only interested if it's a really and this is a long shot. I'm only interested if one of these VR games happens to be a superhero VR game. That's the only thing I'm interested in. If it's not, then everything else is pretty mid, including the Horizon VR game as well. Because that doesn't, I mean, I already have Forbidden West. The VR version of playing Horizon is like, it sounds alright, but it doesn't really appeal to me. But a superhero VR game, however, that greatly does. Pod 153. Alert. Data records discovered for units Devola and Popula. Do you wish to open this data now? Open now. Because if I don't open it if I open it later, who knows what impact it may have on the story. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. And it also kisses my face. I'm gonna stop. Buried in sand. I'm sorry. That was in poor taste. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go after all. Sorry, this must be the twins speaking, so I need to speak like them. Because our models, the Devola and Popula models, are defective. Record transitions in the project initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt, or Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devola and Popula models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companies shared our appearance. Many companions share our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destiny's burden as a pair, and because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Oh, so like Uatu the Watcher, then. Merely observers. Ah, watch out! Devola staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. It's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. I mean, Anakin will tell you. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know. Ari! That's basically what that is. The same Ari! Smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popula. Come on, we have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devola grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Why was I letting that slowly go across the screen? Judging from Devola's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired, replace the bandage, and hope for the best. Check the circuitry! There's nothing worse than just putting the bandage back on and just hoping that everything will be alright. That is, even a person untrained in medical care knows that you need to check and make sure that ain't nothing wrong. Check the circuitry. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools, none of which is easy to find in the desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devola. Smile again. I'm gonna say that every single time the word re comes in, or Rai smile comes in. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laughed together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devola's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pfft, they wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devola crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump. Just a little, but enough for her to notice, seeing that her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay, I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now my chest hurts just to think about it, if it were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. Sounds like Skynet. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popala and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We talked to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world, but at night we just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you're with me, murmurs Popala. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I replied softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if they were of no use ourselves, things would still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. The narrator says, but it turns out it wasn't okay. Or Morgan Freeman would say that. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devola and Popula models from another town. Uh-oh. The wind rubs my cheeks, and my face too. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devola loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. And yet she continues to smile. Also, I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled and all of that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day I realized how much she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Devola and Popula models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Devola and Popula models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually became a boulder. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. How terrified would I be if I was the only person left and the whole world was ruled by machines? It would be quiet. Very, very quiet. I mean, if you want an example of what it's like to be by yourself and not think that anyone else was out there in the world, then check out I Am Legend. That's an example. By himself, not knowing whether or not there were people out there in the world. So he had to take measures in order to keep himself from going insane, such as striking up conversations with mannequins in order to continue to behave like a normal person. But being the only person left in the world and everything else is just machines, that wouldn't be good for the human psyche. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister Devola met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. "It's okay, sis, there's nothing we can do." But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devola and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Devola and Populum were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devola being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devola. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devola? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday, but we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. Why did I think it was going to say moving on? There's another camp on the other side of the desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devola's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and... support Devola's body. Support. Sure, you could touch her cheek, but supporting her to make sure that y'all get to the place where y'all need to go is a lot better. As long as we have bodies to support one another. As long as I have someone with whom to share my fate. then I will press on no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. Wow. Quite the story of Devola and Popula. Pod 153. The failure. Yo, Rith, what's going on? The failure to manage the area. Pod 153 resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devola and Popula models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. You're good? How about me? I'm doing fine. I'm done with my Jujutsu Kaisen read-through. The state of play is currently going on right now. I'm letting some other people in Discord, have them tag me on anything that's worth noting in this state of play. If there's anything even remotely worth noting, then I'll check it out. I'm not doing a reaction to it because that's not what I want to do a reaction to. I want to do a reaction to the Summer Game Fest event that's going to be happening next Thursday at 6 p.m. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era.
And we got a trophy. Watch the final moments of Devola and Popula. What? We lost them? We lost the twins? No! I actually liked them. They were cool. You're watching both the state of play and me. Hey, Rith. I don't know if anyone in the Discord channel that I was in, like I was in a different Discord server other than my own. But if there's anything worth noting, keep me posted.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
Just keep me posted if there's anything interesting.
Why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I don't care.
Okay,
I just
so
have to kill them all.
We're in the tower. Man, this is some phantasmagorical Bayonetta level stuff right now. It's kind of crazy. Rith, what did you just say? Heart? Oh, hold up. Oh, my heart. Did you just say that Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake? What? Riff, let me explain to you how significant Resident Evil 4 is to me. One, coming in March next year. Oh, if that comes out near my birthday, I will be playing it. Let me explain to you how significant Resident Evil 4 is to me. One, it was the first rated M game I ever played. It was also the only video game to ever give me nightmares. I still remember the regenerators. And it is also the game I played on my channel when I hit 500 subscribers. Years ago. Many years ago. And I played through the entire game before I even had, like, accurate recording software and even knew how to record anything at all. I remember playing through Resident Evil 4. It is part of my childhood, growing up, and you're telling me that the remake of Resident Evil 4 was revealed. That is significant. That was my first Resident Evil game as well. And I loved it. So now you're telling me one of the greatest Resident Evil games that we ever got is getting a remake. Oh, best believe I'm playing that. Not even a doubt in my mind. Uh-oh, we got Yora units in here. Rift, that could possibly be one of the greatest bit of news you could ever tell me right now.
Corrupted Yorha units.
Oh, she gone. And she's gone as well. You also like Resident Evil? You love the fact that Resident Evil Village takes place in your country in Romania? Ooh, what's it like in Romania? I have people come from London, I have multiple people come from India to this channel, but what is it like in Romania? I mean, the furthest over the ocean from America I've been was Germany, and then Belgium. And my sisters went to Italy in the past. But how is Romania? What's it like? Project Gestalt Report 9. So hold on. We got some new stuff. September 27, 2054. Summary. The discovery and development of the original has contributed greatly to the stabilization of Project Gestalt. Long-term management of the original will be handled by the Hamelin organization. As per the management mentioned above, all authority regarding the cryogenic plans for the relapsed Yona is to be transferred to the Hamelin organization. Bruh. Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake. I am so happy. I am actually really happy about that. Because I love Resident Evil 4. Ooh, let me say something. Ooh, let me tell you something. Let me show you something. If they bring back Mercenaries for that game, and we get like our first look at like a next gen Wesker, because Wesker's in that game, especially if you do like the Ada Wong side mission in Resident Evil 4. If we get our first look at next gen Wesker, oh, I can't. Ooh, I actually can't wait to see that. I gotta look at that trailer once this stream is over. You don't live in Romania, you live in Italy, but you remember it was pretty. Of course, there's places that aren't as pretty, but that's true with every country. Yeah, that's true with every country. For America, we either go with Texas or Detroit. Wow, you got launched all the way back there. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to get loot from y'all. Can y'all stop putting yourself in a position where I can't get loot? Okay, I do get something. I can. And if I keep defeating these...
And thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
And Spider-Man on PS4 and PS5 is coming to PC in August. Okay, good. That means PC players will be able to finally enjoy the greatest Spider-Man game ever made. And one of the greatest Marvel games ever made as well. Actually really happy with this. You've been wanting to replay that game for so long. I played it when you had a PS4 like 2 years ago. I did it as well. Had a full playthrough and everything. I'm more than likely going to do another playthrough of Spider-Man when Spider-Man 2 is revealed. Like when the date, when its official launch date is announced. When its official launch date is announced, I'll play it again leading up to it so we can have a good view of where the story lies. I'm probably not going to do Miles Morales because I already did a big speed run of going through the game already. Of me going through New Game Plus. But I'll more than happily play through Spider-Man on the PS4 from the beginning to end again, leading up to Spider-Man 2. Uh-oh. Multiple 2Bs.
2B models.
Also, Street Fighter 6 was revealed, and that's for people. Well, that's good for people who enjoy fighting games. I've never been a fighting game type person.
Good to see you here. I truly am.
Also, 9S here is very unstable.
I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
See, I'm an action RPG type person.
To be! Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
You're a horror game type person, so I guess you're the type of person that would enjoy Elden Ring then. There should be all of them.
Alert. Enemy.
But me, I'm into RPGs, action RPGs, and the like. Your main game was Geometry Dash. You had like 1,500 hours in it, and at one point you was top 30 worldwide and had beaten the top 3 hardest levels. Although you quit due to stress. As silly as it sounds, Geometry Dash actually goes past the main 20 levels. Also,
Alert.
you don't like
The
the Dark Souls
structure
games.
known as the Tower has
Okay.
Let's check it out.
Alright, now it is A2's turn. Time for us to go see the tower for ourselves. So we had 9S infiltrating. Now we get to see what the nigh invincible A2 wants to see. When you meant hard games, you didn't mean the Souls series. Okay, I understand. I can get it. I can understand it because not everyone is a fan of the Dark Souls series or From Software. You love A2, she's your favorite? Hey, I like her. She's the berserker type. Oh wait, is that Devola and Popola? Are they alive? You alive? You're kind of breathing a little bit. Y'all gonna be alright?
A2, right? We went ahead and opened the tower. 9S is already inside. I see. Say, Did we manage to help?
You did.
9S.
I see.
That is odd. My page just scrolled down on its own and I didn't touch my mouse. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. I'm like, who touching my mouse in my room and not my permission? I'm the master of this room. You don't touch nothing without my permission. But we got silver ore. Are we going to take on the aura units? Just like 9S? I guess not.
This is a Yorha corpse.
Hypothesis. The corpse is likely a result of Yorha Unit 9S's advance through the area.
Let's go.
Pray and continue, then retrieve. You're only giving me +1s. How dare you? How dare you only give me weak chips? You gave me a lot of pyrite. By the way, during my manga read-through of Jujutsu, notice I have a pretty nice manga collection. And as a fellow collector, could you tell me what yours consists of? Yes! Okay, so what you saw, Rith, was actually one bookshelf. Because I had to get a second one because I ran out of space. So what I can tell you is the one behind me during my read-through, that has all of One Punch Man, all of Naruto Shippuden. I don't have the first half of Naruto, but I have all of Naruto Shippuden, and almost all of One Piece. I have it for the most recent volume all the way down to, let me come over here, to volume 40 with volumes 1 and 2. So I need to get volumes 3 through 39, and then I have every single One Piece volume. On my other bookshelf, which is adjacent from on the left side of my window, I have the first, second, and third volumes of Bleach, and then 46 to the end of the series of Bleach. I have volumes 22 and 23 of Demon Slayer because I bought those volumes in order to cap off my Demon Slayer read-through, which coincidentally, the end of my Demon Slayer read-through ended the very same day that the final volume officially released, so it was odd how I was able to link those up without even knowing that the final volume would release on the exact day I would have my final Demon Slayer read-through. I have all of Dragon Ball Super, and I have all of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I have all of My Hero Academia with all current volumes of Solo Leveling. Not the light novels. That's a coincidence? Yes, it is. I didn't plan that. I didn't plan that at all. It just happened to be on that very same day. So I was able to read straight from the volume on the exact day I was going to have a Demon Slayer read-through. I had no idea. But those are all I have. And this, like I said, the Solo Leveling manhwas. Not the light novels, but the web comics that I did an entire read-through already of. That's what I currently have. I'm currently working on trying to get the rest of the Demon Slayer series because, you know, I like to support the official releases of the manga that I read on my channel.
What's the purpose of this structure?
Unknown.
So I still need to work on getting all the volumes for that one.
Someday I need to teach you how to be helpful.
So in total, how many volumes do I own? Well, I got time. So let's count. Okay, so 23 of One Punch Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. And that comes to 66 volumes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 63 plus 39. I suck at math. Should have just said an approximate number. More than likely over 100. More than likely. I do, in fact, need to count all my manga just to see how much I have so I can give you a actual number to it, though. Because I never actually gone through. Because when I got my new phone, I had a note that allowed me to track what mangas I have and which ones I don't. So whenever I go to Barnes & Noble, I don't mistakenly buy a second copy again. But I need to go back and recount my inventory and see just how much manga I actually have. But I know it's over 100, because I've never thrown a volume away. Because all of them are good. Though I did have to get rid of one, because when I got it, I never checked the inside of the pages, and one of the pages, and I believe it was a My Hero Academia volume, where the ink was so smudged, because one panel had a whole bunch of dark panels, one was just jet black, and it bled over to the opposite page, and therefore made it impossible for me to read it, so I had to go back and re-buy that issue again. And I had to chunk the other one. Now I just make it a habit to check all the pages to ensure that I don't have the mishap of any of my manga having the pages messed up and smudged. That, and I take very good care of my manga. No scuff marks or anything like that. I'm very particular about the things that I own. But yeah, approximate number about 100, or at least very, very, very close to 100. But I believe it's over 100 volumes overall.
Hypothesis. It is a representation of a library.
What's that?
A library is a data storage facility constructed by past human civilizations.
Your Demon Slayer Volume 23 has about 5 random pages that have black stuff on it. See, I understand exactly what you mean. Although it's readable, so you didn't return it. See, for me, I am very, very particular about the things that I get. Even if it comes down to the packaging of it. If I don't open it immediately, I at least don't want to look at it, and my eye is always drawn to the blemishes on it. I am very, very particular. It may seem a bit overkill, but I like to do things in excellence, and I like to keep things in excellence.
I suppose we have to hack in to look at the data, yeah? Help me out, Pod.
Affirmative. Hacking interface access rights granted to Yorha Unit A2.
Peachy.
But it wasn't that big a deal, plus you ordered it on Amazon. See, the thing with me ordering on Amazon, I actually ordered the first volume of Solo Leveling from Amazon, but they sent me the book with absolutely no protective packaging around the book, and they just sent it in a regular cardboard box. So, when it was in transit, it was just knocking around inside. It had no padding, it had nothing on it, it was just in there with the receipt, and it was just knocking around in this box that had clearly too much space for such a small book. And it has like a bit of a dent in the spine of the book, and that kind of annoyed me that they wouldn't take the extra effort to wrap it up in, I don't know, like wrapping paper or whatever. It just kind of annoyed me. So that's the reason why from now on I just get my stuff from Barnes & Noble. Because at least they wrap up your book and seal it. That, I either get it from Barnes & Noble or Right Stuff Anime. Because they know how to wrap your stuff up and make sure that everything is completely okay. Library Index, EVE Unit Storage Record, Yoha Communications Interception Record, Yoha Server Record, Human Server Record, Human Server Establishment Record, Human Heritage Preservation Record, Towers System Summary, Tower Subsystem Summary, Special Units Creation Record, Plant Species Preservation Record, and Animal Species Preservation Record. Kind of like a little mini Noah's Ark. The thing is, Right Stuff Anime and Barnes & Noble does not exist in Italy. Ah! See? So you just get your manga from a local library. I understand completely. But we got the library index. Although it's in Italian and it's kind of annoying because it takes longer to read.
System for the machines.
I wonder what it's like to read manga that is originally in Japanese translated into entirely new languages, because some things said in Japanese then translated to English have different meanings when compared to translating it into a different language like Italian or whatever. The quality is lower and the English ones are bigger. Oh, I see. So you don't exactly get the exact type of manga we get here in America. You get like the kind that's made for your country in a way. I think I understand. Ah, I knew that's what was protecting this thing. Human server records. You wish you had a library with English ones? Man, I just wish that a lot of the countries that are out there could take in and enjoy what we have here in America. Not saying that America is perfect or anything like that, because frankly, let's be honest, it's not. But the things that we get, such as full manga volumes and everything, and people in other countries want that, I really wish that they could have it in other countries. And apparently Horizon Forbidden West is getting an update. Whoa! Today! Forbidden West is getting an update today along with New Game Plus. CJ! Brilliant news! Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake, man! The very game I played when I hit 500 subscribers on this channel, the very first rated M game I ever played in my life when I was, I want to say either 17 or 18 years old, is getting a remake. And Horizon Forbidden West has an update that's available today. Includes a performance mode which improves visual fidelity on PS5 and PS4, the ability to switch outfit looks, the ability to redistribute skill points, ultra hard difficulty, and New Game Plus, which allows replaying with endgame gear. I still need to get back into that game and continue on with the side missions and leveling up. Transmog and New Game should have been out at launch but came out 4 months later. People are always complaining about stuff. Spider-Man Remastered is coming to PC. Let's see if there's anything else new. Call of the Mountain PSVR 2 gameplay revealed. Resident Evil Village PSVR 2. No Man's Sky is getting a PlayStation VR 2 version. Resident Evil 4 is officially announced for next year in March. And you say, what do I think about the Sonic Frontiers so far? So here is my thing, CJ. A lot of people have a lot to say about Sonic Frontiers. Like, one of the first and foremost things that they have to say about it is like, wow, this game looks like a tech demo. And the gameplay that we got from it recently, whoever was playing, I mean, they obviously weren't playing like a player. They were just randomly running around like they didn't know what to do, which is, for some odd reason, that's been happening a lot lately with different game demos. Like, you're getting these people who are showing off these games in the hopes that people would be interested, but the people who are playing these games and showcasing it, they act as if they've never played a video game before. So that already sours the mood because the person is just running around, staring, and then just randomly running to places with absolutely no set goal or no set idea of what they want to do. They're just running around aimlessly, which is not what you want to do unless you're streaming the game and you're talking to your audience and you're just running all over the place. That's one thing. But to just do that as your gameplay trailer and you're just casually running around and you're not even really interacting with everything, plus you got the HUD turned off so no one can tell exactly what you're doing or if anything you're doing really matters or anything like that, that already makes the game look not interesting. Now, mind you, CJ, I am still going to play the game. The reason why is because it's going to be a very long time before we ever get an open world game where a speedster is the main character. Because if Sonic Frontiers can pull off moving at high speeds in an open world environment, then there's no excuse of why we can't get a Flash game. But at the same time, I still want to play it so I can experience it for myself. Now, I've seen the comments from people about Sonic Frontiers, and frankly, I'm not swayed by it, because experience is a far better teacher. Just like I did with Marvel's Avengers, I intend to play through Sonic Frontiers, and whether it's good or bad, I will be giving my honest take on it, regardless. I will be completely blunt and honest, and after all the things I've learned about the capabilities of Sonic, if it doesn't meet that criteria, even halfway, then it's a bust. But the only way I'm going to know is if I play it for myself. I can't take anyone else's word for it. I have to be the one to experience it for myself. But I intend to play it. I don't care if anyone else doesn't like it. I don't care if everyone thinks it looks stupid. I don't care if anyone thinks it looks mid. My decision is that I'm going to play it myself. Makes you want to get and play the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. I haven't played the Resident Evil 3 remake. I've played through 2. But I haven't played through 3. But knowing that 4 is happening, oh yeah, that's great. That's great. I can't wait. And if they bring back Mercenaries, Resident Evil Mercenaries, that little mini game along with Ada Wong, that could be our first instance of seeing a remade Albert Wesker. Because we've never seen him in the remakes. And Resident Evil 4 is where you see him when you're playing Ada's story. So I really hope that they actually feature that part. But let's read through these records so we can continue on. We're almost done with NieR. We just got to keep going. 019 port 056776 human server records. Outline. Predicted human server infiltration route. Release. The 45-second trailer had more combat than the 7-minute one. From what I understand, CJ, they're going to be doing another gameplay video tomorrow that's actually going to show off the combat. So, well, I'm definitely going to check it out then. I mean, my decision's already been made. I'm going to be playing it. So that's not even a question. I'm going to be playing it. But, I want to see more. I just want to see more. Hopefully, you can increase the speed in which Sonic can move. Hopefully you can increase the speed and how he can move, because I don't want to just keep relying on boost to be the only way I can just move at over 60 miles an hour when it comes to running as Sonic. I was talking to Goblin, one of the people that follows me on Twitter, and we were kind of talking back and forth about Sonic, saying that they should allow us to level up his speed or make it so that when you're running, you keep accelerating your speed. Using the boost should be just like a way for you to move forward quickly, but that should not be the main method of you reaching those top speeds where everything just blurs around you. That should be your base running speed. Boost just helps you get to that top speed faster. So I'm really hoping that you can level up or at least increase the speed in which Sonic can move, because if you give him this big open environment but you just keep his running to that of a brisk jog in comparison to how fast he can actually move, that's a bad idea. So I really hope that they take that into consideration, because how are you gonna play a Sonic and he doesn't move at Sonic speeds? It's not like we have an issue with moving at high speeds in Sonic games, because pretty much since the dawn of Sonic games, it's always been you gotta have some quick hand-eye coordination in order to play through these entire games. And kids have played through these entire Sonic games at young ages, way back on the Sega Genesis. So it's not like they need to go under the idea like, oh, we don't want him to move too fast because people won't be able to keep up with it. Because if they go that route, then they completely forget where Sonic got his start. That game taught you how to pay attention. and taught you how to have quick hand-eye coordination in order for you to get through it. But I'm going on a rant. I'm sorry. Outline, predicted human server infiltration route. Release, dummy protection installation map. SG block, GI block, SF block. Thing about going fast for me is you get dizzy from it. Oh, so you do you get motion sickness? It's like you're moving so fast that it just gives you motion sickness? Genetic storage, warehouse, location information, browsing restricted, browsing restricted, browsing restricted. We got human server records. We're finding out more and more about the about the humanity. We're finding out more and more about the humanity.
Human server on the moon. The machines hacked that deep into the system, huh?
It's weird. Oh no, it's not weird. It happens. Because when I tried playing Minecraft in VR, I got motion sickness, which is something that never happens when I play VR games. I can play games such as Superhot and Skyrim and No Man's Sky and all these other games in VR, but Minecraft is the one game where I always felt nauseous. Like the first time I even had a stream playing Minecraft in VR when they released an update to allow you to play it in VR, I played through that entire stream. And I just felt nauseous, and I actually had to end my stream early because it was moving in Minecraft was sickening to me. So I understand exactly how you mean. Just the motion sickness of games can actually get to you. But that's the only game where it actually felt like that. What? Are these statues of all the enemies? It is. It's a statue of all the enemies and people that we've seen in the games. So it has Adam and Eve right there. It has all the bosses and enemies that we faced in this room. That is odd. Medium recovery. Interesting. We got what looks to be the commander and 2B right there. We got the Yorha units and all the other machines that we face. This is interesting. But we've seen what we needed to see. Time to go inside the big door. No go inside big door? I see these big black squares. I think that's what I need to take out in order to get this thing to appear. Uh-huh. I'm smarter than the average bear. Hey. Class 1 patient health record. Class 1 patient Yona. Chest x-ray, no abnormalities. Heart echo, no abnormalities. C1, continuing chronic renal failure. C2, convulsive seizures in the diaphragm. C3, no vomiting, 4 milligrams of luciferase. Luciferase? Lucifer? What? Luciferase. Preservation plan. The patient's condition makes further treatment impossible. A report will be submitted to the management committee detailing courses of action in the event of the patient's death, focusing primarily on how that information is to be manipulated with respect to the original. As backup in the event of a sudden worsening in the patient's condition, she is to be assigned 5 additional doctors. Identification required. So who is this Yona? Who is this original? Could this Yona be the original template for why all the androids look the same?
Some records on old humans. Damn it, this is useless. There's too many of them. Huh? What's that?
We got something.
Operational summary of model number 2 in Project Yorha. This data.
Uh-oh. Boss fight time? Misa thinks it's boss fight time. Oh, we saw him big doodoo this time. Also, apparently Final Fantasy 16's got a gameplay trailer and a release window announced. So I'll check that out when I get the chance. See, the most things that happen to me in my feet is that I get, like, I'm sitting on either leg wrong, and then I get sleepy, and then my feet get sleepy. And then it's like, pins and needles! It's pins and needles! You're just gonna rip her arm off and put it on there. Who do you think you are, Madara Uchiha?
I can't stop. I have to keep fighting.
See? My thing is, I believe this revenge story better than Abby's revenge story in The Last of Us.
Transplanted parts from corrupted units. Proposal: hack into self and eliminate virus.
On it.
You mean when it feels like a billion ants crawling on it? Well, sometimes it'll be either pins and needles, or it'll be so unbelievably funny to touch. It's like you're being tickled, but not being tickled at the same time, so it's very sensitive for you to move your feet, even to move your leg at all. It's like, who's tickling me, but not tickling me? But it feels like that. Sometimes I feel like that, either one of those two options, either one of those two feelings. Pins and needles where you don't want to move it, otherwise it'd just be like, who's slamming all of my toes with individual hammers? Or, who's tickling my feet? Uncontrollably, and I can do nothing about it. That's how it feels. We've got Monet. There better be something good in here. Better be a weapon. Don't play with me. Better be a weapon. Project Gestalt Report 11. Well, let's check this out, shall we? December 31st, 3,361. The year 3,361. Good lord! Due to the relapse of the original, Gestalt units in preservation are now relapsing at an accelerated rate. The process of recording their bodies and gathering their DNA continues, but progress is poor. New countermeasures in development intended to serve as a replacement to Project Gestalt are scheduled to be transferred to the Next Generation Preservation Project Preparation Committee. I'm surprised I was able to say all of that without even flubbing a single line. As for this report, it will serve as the final record of both Project Gestalt... Yep, there it is. There's the messed up. Both Project Gestalt and the committee. For information about the development plans for new Android models and the refinement of existing models, please refer to the attached sheet. Furthermore, we have received approval to consider the disposal of the Devola and Populum observer models at a later date. So much history. You just gonna leave her crushed like that? I'm just getting like 200G and 100G, EG, NieG, and YonGs. Lots of Gs. This place is bright. Like, really bright. Is that the ground? I think we can float down there. But I'm not going to chance it. I'm not meant to be here.
Yorha Unit 9S. Yorha Unit 9S. Welcome to the tower. Welcome to the tower.
You bastards!
Because you made it this far, we have a special announcement just for you.
I don't like the voice behind the woman's voice.
Once you destroy all the machine life forms here.
Not even that. Ghost of Tsushima's Lady Masako's revenge story is definitely better. Any revenge story is better than Abby's revenge story in The Last of Us Part 2. I don't get how people seem to think that it's such a good story when it's not. And her revenge story is so unbelievably ridiculous, and it reaches absolutely no type of conclusion, that it was what you would call a waste. But people will praise The Last of Us Part 2 as if it's some innovative storytelling when it's not. The Last of Us was. The Last of Us was a good game, and the story was good. Last of Us Part 2 is what happens when you think your first story is so good that everything else is fine, when it's just straight trash. It's actually quite sad. It ruined the first game? Well, you and I are the same mind, Rith, because Last of Us Part 2 was bonkers, and not in a good way. So many things done to character development. It was the Game of Thrones Season 8 of video games. Hey, I leveled up. Any source of character development was just chucked out of the door for subverted expectations. Sad. You don't make a character like Joel and then turn him into a nonchalant idiot that'll just let himself be captured or cornered by people he doesn't know. The guy spent all of the first game being cautious of any sort of help from anyone because it was the type of world he lived in. You couldn't trust anybody. But then all of a sudden, he just forgets his roots, and he's suddenly friendly with the first person that just gives him help, not even thinking about whether or not this person has ill intent towards him. That's how you butcher a character. But people will defend it. Those people have no taste. But I played it. Why do I keep allowing myself to get shot in the face?
You did it. Now let us show you what we promised.
But I played through the game, and it was just... It was like experiencing the rise of Skywalker. Before the rise of Skywalker. Archive contained. Top secret. Yorha disposal.
This is Project Yorha. That means all of us. To be...
Now you know everything. Do you still wish to fight?
We need to read that report when we get the chance.
We are conceptual human personalities created within the machine network. We cannot be destroyed. Yorha Unit 9S. Your attack is meaningless. Your existence is meaningless.
Shut up!
Quite angry. But let's check out that intel that we just got our hands on. Archives. Top secret Project Yorha. Did I actually get some new stuff? Here it is. Top secret Yorha disposal. The following materials document the final stages of the Yorha project. Note that this information is classified as level SS, meaning that it must not be disclosed to anyone involved in the Yorha project, including the commander of the bunker. Project 03-01, disposal of Yorha. The back door of the bunker has been set to open once the time approaches to switch to new models when enough combat data has been collected. The bunker will be disposed of by having it be deliberately attacked by machines. At this time, all materials regarding the Yorha project, including this document, will be lost, and falsification of the information that mankind still resides on the moon will be complete. Wow, so it was planned. This was planned. The whole thing where all the machines and all the androids on the bunker went insane and they started attacking one another, this was all planned. When enough combat data was collected for them to make new models, they made the current Yorha models, like 2B and the rest of them, all turn on each other to destroy themselves in order for brand new models to be created in their place. That is messed up, because some of these androids actually started to get like a sense of self. They were destined to die from the start. From their very existence, they were only meant to be disposed of. This looks like final boss territory running all the way up here. See, the music's changing now.
Keep them coming. I'll destroy them all.
Hello. What? I'm actually fighting the mechs? I'm actually fighting the mechs? Can't believe they rid the father and daughter bond between Joel and Ellie only because we see that but only because we see that in flashbacks. Well, whoever was in charge of the flashbacks knew what everyone wanted, but we didn't get that because whoever was fully in charge of the rest of the game had the say in the story. I don't know if it was Neil Druckmann or someone else. But whoever thought it was a good idea to just kill off Joel and then make us relive those father-daughter moments after his death was an idiot. Because we played Last of Us for the relationship of Joel and Ellie. Don't nobody care about Ellie and her girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but no one cares about Dinah as much as they care about Joel. The fact that they killed off Joel in order to make way for Ellie and her relationship with Dinah, not exactly smart. Not only that, but they kept killing off anyone that could have any sort of relevance in the future, such as the father of Dinah's baby. They just kill him off so that no one can stand in the way of Ellie and Dinah's relationship. Oh, we can't have the father because we can't have him presenting a problem between me being with Dinah, so let's kill him off. Then Tommy gets injured beyond the capability of ever being able to do anything, so the only capable people are Ellie, and that's it. And then you have Abby. Oh my goodness, don't even get me started on Abby. Trained herself to become the next She-Hulk in order to take on Joel, all because her father was killed, with the intent of killing Ellie for a cure they had absolutely no idea would even be real for the virus that caused the infected. And she held on to that grief and despair her entire life, and she buffed herself up for the one day that she could kill Joel. And then it just spurns on a revenge story that Kratos will look like, oh, pitiful. Your revenge story is nothing compared to mine. So we go on this big old chase where Abby is looking for Joel, or Ellie is looking for Abby in order to get revenge. And at the end of it all, it meets absolutely no resolution. Ellie doesn't kill Abby, Abby just gets away, and Ellie returns to see that Dinah is gone. So Ellie comes back to nothing. Even Kratos had a far better revenge story. He finally got to the end of his vengeance and killed the one person that, well, killed him. He met his revenge, killing everyone along the way, and even at the end, when he had the power of hope and Athena wanted to take it for herself so she could rule over humanity, he decided to take himself out so that no god could have no sway over humanity. And he kind of takes himself out.
Who are they?
Kratos and Asuto would laugh at Abby's revenge story. So Ellie got robbed of everything. Yes, she was robbed of everything in her pursuit of revenge that met absolutely no resolution. She lost 2 fingers, she lost Dinah, she lost the chance to get a revenge on the killing of one of the best characters in The Last of Us, and she just comes back home with nothing. It's like her getting to the final round of Wheel of Fortune and her losing it all because she missed a vow. All that hard work for nothing. It's the equivalent of playing a game and forgetting to save, and you get to the end, then you die and you start all way back from the beginning. All that effort that you've invested, and it leads to nothing. That's not good game design. That's not good storytelling. Oh, you want to tell like, oh, revenge isn't everything, and sometimes if you go after revenge, then you lose everything. That's a cop-out. Spent the entire story building up this revenge plot.
Damn it.
Alert.
But you don't do anything with it.
Proposal. Retreat immediately.
When you think about it, Kratos and Ashida's... Oh, finally a different view. Kratos and Ashida's arc ended about the same. It kind of did. Ashida ended by killing killing pretty much the most powerful being in that world, and then he took himself out. But what the difference between Ashida and Kratos is that Kratos still lived, whereas Ashida killed the person that would have allowed him to continue to exist, but as long as his child survived. But yeah, they kind of ended the same.
Are you?
Good to see you again.
Both of them are far better revenge stories than all of Last of Us. Last of Us Part 2. Let me be specific.
This does bring back memories. Though to concepts like us, time has little meaning. Still, when we wiped out your forces, it made quite the impression on us. You're attacker model number 2. An experimental disposable group created as a test lab for Project Yorha.
Shut up!
Come on! Show me what you got!
You're an obstinate little android, aren't you? Didn't we say that you can't kill us?
Damn it!
Proposal.
What now?
Utilize the enemy's logical learning function to formulate a weakness.
I don't know what that means!
This pod has serious concerns about Unit A2's cognitive abilities.
Shut up and explain it already!
Said strategy would interrupt the enemy's logic circuits, causing a computational delay.
Meaning what?
Do not destroy the enemy.
Huh?
Striking at the logic circuit requires a certain number of enemies to remain extant for a certain period of time.
Oh, what the hell?
So just let them keep appearing then? Let them keep adding assets in. That's like playing Gary's mod. Let them keep adding stuff until the computer starts to run slow.
Consciousness data saturation rate 30%.
So literally, just keep letting stuff fill up the screen until it suffers from frame rate drops.
Consciousness data saturation rate 60%.
So this is literally the most intense game of dodgeball.
Androids the human race left behind acted as if they wanted to be human. The machine life forms the aliens left behind acted as if they wanted to be human. We resemble each other so, but we are networked, and thus we are superior to you.
Hypothesis. The enemy's defensive system is prompting an evolution of its logic.
Foolish androids. Why do you resist? All things end with accepting death, do they not?
Starting to glitch out. Look at all of them. This is like I'm fighting Smith after he learned how to clone himself. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Mar.
Consciousness data saturation rate, 90%.
Ah! It was so quiet. Why y'all all starting to shoot at the same time?
We are finite, and yet we are infinite. We are the embodiment of the perfect being.
Dodge forever!
Hypothesis. The enemy has become aware of the diversity of life.
I see it. The light. We move on. Forward. To the future.
Consciousness data saturation rate, 100%. Hypothesis. The enemy's consciousness has begun to fracture.
Haha! I made your mind break! This is like Morpheus saying, freeze it.
We need more evolutionary pressure.
Also, Rith, you said, did I watch Hunter x Hunter? Yes, I did. I watched all of it.
We can
I think I binged it last year.
for ourselves. Overcoming the crisis this creates will
If
present
you can
an
dodge an
opportunity
enemy
for
orb, you can
mankind
dodge a
to
ball.
evolve even further.
Ah, I miss Rip
We
Torn.
disagree. This android is dangerous. It must be destroyed immediately. Those who would doubt our victory are enemies. Do you truly think you can win?
What the?
Analysis. The saturated consciousnesses are now in conflict with each other.
You're at episode 77? It's good, isn't it? I'm on fire tonight with the references. Hey! This game is a perfect example of, you know, cyberpunk, futuristic, Matrix-y references. However, thankfully, I will not be referencing Matrix Resurrections because that movie is dumb. Can I be honest? Matrix Resurrections was a waste. They're what happened when you don't allow people, don't allow the Wachowskis out to make the movie and you just make it for the sole purpose of wanting to capitalize on a franchise name. It was complete waste. I'm sorry, can I be honest? Matrix Resurrections wasn't all that good. They should have just stopped at Revolutions. Because what did they accomplish in Resurrections? Literally nothing! Well, as Handsome Jack would say. Oh! Oh! I thought I had to jump off! Ah! The Koshi's back!
Seriously still kicking?
Speculation. It is driven by remaining data located within enemy servers.
So this just keeps going until I kill them all?
The health bar is gone. Alright, tail's gone.
This is messed up.
How is this?
You notice my room memories? I did not hit her. I did not hit her. It's craziness. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mar. Cool story. Anyway, how's your Android life? Alright, so there's A2 right there, and then there's 9S right here. Since we got our own JJ the jet plane. But good luck trying to dodge a ball from Virus. Oh my goodness. There's no dodging. There's just only trying to survive. Unless you're Vegeta or Goku, you're not surviving. Well, unless you're Whis. You'll most definitely survive if you're Whis. But if you're Goku or Vegeta, then you need a little extra help. Ah! 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 Ow! Woo! Woo! I gave myself the hiccups. Ah! I can't see! You just started the Chimera Ant arc, by the way. Oh. Oh, snap! I'm not even paying attention. I was looking at chat. Ah! See, this deadly heal makes it so that they can't touch me. Until they touch me, actually. I gotta be careful with these midair guys. I never did find all the pods, nor did I... I've played through this entire game, and I've never upgraded my pods because I never found the materials necessary. Come on, Shockwaves, at least one of you hit this guy, please. Y'all ain't beating A2. Come on, really. Think about it. Think about it. It's never gonna happen.
Become as gods. As gods. As gods. As gods. Lose what is precious. Lost. Destroyed. So we destroy you too.
We're just going back and forth with A2 and 9S.
It is a resource of some kind.
Used to make what?
Unknown.
Oh, so y'all want to be slick? Come on, Cletus! You're gonna walk over, but you're gonna lift back! No! Money! There was money back there! Money, money, money. Ow! I was looking at chat again. What is that move? Oh! It almost looked like it just killed me as we moved into this cutscene. How dare you run from me! I like the maneuverability of this.
Why do we live? Why do we exist?
The music's amazing. Oh yes, the music for NieR is absolutely fantastic. Aha! Cutscene! Get back here! You were not given a hall pass! And cue cloud transition now. Oh, called it! What perfect timing! You don't want none of this, 9S. She will kill you. Oh no, they're forming a Megazord! It's a brain bot! It's Koshi and Roshi! Alright, let's see if we can weaken the bot by hacking. I remember in Enter the Matrix there was a hacking minigame where you could just basically do a whole bunch. Some of it was overly complicated. A lot of it was really fun, being able to hack into the game as if you were hacking into the Matrix. Oh, that's not good. Those things explode. Thank you, Salvador! Tokyo Automata! Can I do my best impression of the Tachikomas from Ghost in the Shell?
Sure thing, Mr. Bato! Aw, the Major told us that we couldn't take part in this mission.
Thinking about giving this game a shot? It's a good game. Thus ends the life of Koshi and Roshi. Are we really about to fight?
This tower is a giant cannon that's aimed at the human server on the moon. If we don't do something, all of humanity's remaining data will be destroyed.
They have the cutest voice in both English and Japanese? Yes, they do.
If it matters. Or didn't you know? We aren't required in this world anymore. Humanity is extinct. That moon server you're so worried about was invented to give us androids something to fight for. And Yorha was created to perpetuate the lie. But in order to make sure no one ever learned the truth, we were designed to be killed. They built a back door in the bunker and programmed it to activate after a certain amount of time. The commander, me, 2B, sacrificial lambs. All of us. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
9S, we...
Shut up! You killed 2B. That's all we need to kill each other.
2B hated to keep killing you. It caused her so much pain. The 9S type is a high-end model. They knew you'd discover the truth eventually. But the model designation 2B was just a cover. The official designation is 2E. Number 2 type E. They were a special class of members designed to execute Yorha units. But you knew that. Right, 9S?
Shut up! Shut up! What do you know? You don't know anything at all about us!
He's infected!
Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational
153, I order you to halt all logical thought and speech. This order shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit A2.
Please make your choice. What? Oh! Hold on, I gotta put my controller down. I have to choose between playing as NieR and trying to kill A2, or choose between playing A2 and trying to kill 9S. I mean, I already know what decision I'm gonna make. One of us is crazy and it ain't her. And it ain't me either. Please, make your choice. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy android and I haven't got all day. It won't take much. Just your voice. Your poor unfortunate soul. It's sad, but true. If you wanna take the trip, my boy, you got to pay the toll. Take a look and take a gander. Go ahead and sign that scroll. Fought some jetsam. Look, I got her, guys. The boss is on a roll. For you poor, unfortunate soul. Am I sure? Yes, I am. I'm willing to deal with the consequences.
Alert. Functionality reduced due to hacking activity.
Nice voice? Well, thank you. I'm a better musician than I am a singer. I don't need my eyes to see you. My observation hockey is on point. Hey, look, I'm cured. He just loves spamming the hacking, doesn't he? He must have took examples from me when I was hacking earlier during his playthrough. 9S, I just blocked your laser beam. You're not ready, boy. Sit down.
Pod! Hacking!
Acknowledged.
Let it be over, quickly.
Pod, we're going to repair 9S's logic circuits.
Acknowledged.
I love the fact that he thinks he's doing damage to me, not realizing that I can regenerate at Wolverine speeds.
Tell me where to find the virus corrupting 9S.
Affirmative. Your high unit A2. Core data for 9S is stored ahead. Alert. Severe virus corruption. Probability of successful deletion extremely low.
I think I know a way.
The idea under consideration is not recommended. This pod is a Yorhan tactical support unit. As such, it cannot approve of actions that would damage its supported unit.
You're not so bad, Pod. You know that?
Yo, Rith, do not stay up if it's so late and you can't stay up. Hey, don't let me keep you from going to sleep. I tell people this all the time. Your sleep is far more important than you trying to tune into me. You gotta watch your health. Sleep is important. Go sleep. I know I am once everything is done today. Once I take me a nice shower, eat me some nice food, get me a nice ice cold drink, maybe eat some ice cream. Once it's time for me to go to sleep, I'm going to sleep. But please don't let me keep you up just because you want to tune in. Your health is far more important than you tuning in. Because I want you to be able to come back. So take care of yourself. Will I do Volume 5 of Jujutsu Kaisen tomorrow? No, I do read-throughs of Jujutsu and One Punch Man every single Wednesday for One Punch Man, and Thursday. I do it every single week until I fully catch up to the series. So it'll be next Wednesday when I do One Punch Man, and next Thursday when I do Volume 5 of Jujutsu. That's how I got it arranged, so that way I don't overtax myself throughout the week. Because tomorrow will be my next read-through of The Beginning After the End, Korean manhwa that people have suggested to me after I finish solo leveling. So almost all of my days are taken up of me reading manga and other things. I think my most free days are Monday and Tuesday. Well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, while my other days are dedicated to reading series.
I'll take care of everything.
You could watch that walk all day? I'm pretty sure you would.
Good.
Not gonna lie, I could too.
What of you, A2?
I've still got something I need to do. You go ahead.
Acknowledged.
So what are we doing? Are we offering up A2's consciousness in order to bring this to a close? Kind of reminds me of how what's-her-face, I forget her name because she's so irrelevant in the story, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where she ends up getting stuck with the consciousness of Desmond Miles permanently as Basim takes the staff and goes back to the assassins, and she's just stuck in there with Desmond.
I never quite realized how beautiful this world is.
It's one long stairway, especially with outside.
I'm coming.
Wow! NieR Automata, meaningless code. Did we reach the end? We reached the end! And it is not often where I play a game and the credits are going backwards. Kira Berkman, Kyle McCurley, Jeremy Lay, DC Douglas. Who else do I recognize? Erica Lindbeck, Cassandra Lee Morris. I recognize a lot of these people. Wendy Lee, Matt Mercer, Bryce Pappenbrook. I recognize a lot of these people. Well, I guess we brought my time with NieR Automata to a close. That's another game in my backlog I was able to successfully clear out. Yay! Especially after keeping this game on the back burner for so extremely long because I was playing so many other games beforehand. I'm glad I was able to finally finish NieR Automata. I'm glad I was able to play through the game completely and enjoy all of it. Well, pretty much enjoy it through the story. I'm not going to say I enjoyed every single bit of it because I didn't do every side mission and 100% it like I did with Ghostwire Tokyo. But I did enjoy playing through this. And it just makes me love everything about Platinum Games, because Platinum Games and their combat is top notch. Some of them were at Comic-Con, MegaCon 2 weeks ago. I believe it. I believe it. They're legends that way. Part of me wants to skip this and the other part kind of doesn't, because the music is really good. I'm going to be honest with you. The music is good. So, I enjoyed the story. The story was so much deeper than I was expecting. Sorry for the pause there. I was looking at comments of different things and seeing if there was any new game news. But the story, I did not expect the story to take such a turn. I thought humanity was still alive. And then it just turns out that the Yorha units 2B was not just a simple combat unit, she was made to kill other combat units as well. And then A2 was like the one rogue out of all of them. And then we found out that everyone turning and going completely insane was orchestrated. Can I do my Bastion voice again? Maybe they'll hire me to do him in either X-Men 97 or any other animated series or projects. Didn't I have a voice for Bastion? I believe I had a voice for Bastion. Hold on, let me find his voice lines, because I know I went through it before. Hold on, let me go down to notes, 8 quotations by Bastion. Sebastian Gilberti. I wanted you to see this, Charles. But more than that, I wanted you to understand your goal, your crusade, your sacred dream. It's over. No, fools! Release me now! You have no idea what you are up against. Tracking them through conventional methods has proven fruitless. Whether that's a technology he possesses, or an ability the girl is manifesting, we can determine later. For the time being, all of our mutant hunting methodologies are functionally useless, as are the X-Men's. But we, unlike them, are not completely blind, because I've planned an absolute on absolutely everything. And we got a trophy. Beautiful world. Achieve A2's ending. Bastion voiced by Kyushu in X-Men 97 Season 2. You are too kind. You are too kind, CJ. And who was it that got to see the last remnants of us? But the Moose. Chapter Select can now be accessed from the title screen and access points. The debug menu can now be accessed by pressing R2 and the touchpad. Activating the debug menu will disable all save functionality until you load any saved data. Debug menu? What do you mean debug menu? What's the debug menu? You can now use the debug room. It can be accessed from the start menu. At the debug room, you can use the debug menu to freely place enemies. What is this debug stuff? Items obtained: heavy armor A, heavy armor B, camouflage goggles, and A2 wig. Items achieved: archive obtained, machine research report. The strange resistance woman now has a new topic to talk about. Talk to her at the resistance camp to find out what it is. Save. Heck yes, we're gonna save. We're gonna save right here. We're gonna save over my original file. now that we've reached the end of NieR Automata, what happened to my game? So, continue. Wow, I completed NieR Automata on the 2nd day of June. That's pretty sick. Load this, and now we have debug. Use the debug menu to freely place enemies. So we have chapter select. So we are able to go through all of the chapters. Total quests cleared, 15 of 60. So you can tell that I barely did anything at all. But we get to choose exactly where we want to go. So now I'm able to basically go everywhere. So right here, apparently, if I chose between 9S and A2, if I chose 9S, we would have gotten the end. 9S and A2 both greet their final moments. You so want to see Operation Zero Tolerance animated? I highly doubt they'll do it right when they finally get around to doing at least 2 or 3 X-Men films in the MCEU proper. I could be wrong, though. Interesting. So before we go into any of these chapters, let's check out this debug menu. Well, let me check settings. Game, difficulty is normal. I never had to switch the difficulty down because I had the ability to basically be almost immortal. But let's check out the debug room, then we'll load up chapter select and see what this debug menu is. Now, since it says that it disables saving, I'm guessing the debug menu is basically a dev menu, perhaps? I never looked this up. R2 debug menu. When using the debug menu, the save function is disabled until you load a previous save. Okay. Flag tools, simple model settings, tools, limit. Okay, wait, what? What is this? Small stubby enemy level, set on floor, set with, wait, what? Model number. Okay, boar, spherical, minor enemy, moose, pigeon, small stubby enemy again. So, placement angle. Alright, we've reached the limit. I don't even know how to do this. But now it's just full of moose everywhere. Endless moose! Mooses and demises! You're not getting away, Bullwinkle! This is revenge! Revenge for Rocky! Revenge for Rocky! I don't know why Rocky needs revenge. How dare you? How dare you? And they're level 1, so I'm easily killing them. Well, that's all the mooses and the mises gone. Okay, that's just basically letting me bring up bring up a menu where I could just fight all types of enemies. Now let's load up the chapter select and see what the debug menu does in game in the actual game itself. Not just in the debug menu where you can spawn enemies, but out there in the world itself. If it gives me like this overpowered mode where I can either be invincible, have all these infinite skills or whatever, I might mess around with that just to see how powerful I can make myself. It might not even extend that far. It might just be something extremely minor. But let's load up a chapter. Resistance camp. Traveling to the desert. Let's do traveling to the desert, and we'll play as 9S. No, we'll play as 2B, because it's been a hot minute. I could basically select wherever I want to go now, which means now I can go and get all weapons, look for them, complete all side missions if I need to. And I believe I keep all my levels as well, so this is just a way for me to constantly level myself until I reach the max. Alright, so R2. Okay, flag tools. I don't know why this would... Why is it telling me this? I can't do anything. What is the purpose of the debug menu? Let me look this up. NieR Automata. NieR Automata. Debug. Debug mode. When you complete your third playthrough, you can access a special debug room and a chapter select. Okay, so what's the purpose of using the debug in the game? Okay, chapter select allows you to begin the game from any point in the story with all of your progress for side missions and items carried over. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so there's an infinite XP exploit. Suggested only works efficiently if you are already between levels 55 through 70 in your game. Go to transporter, save your game. Okay, so that's that. But what is the purpose of the debug menu within a stage? It's got like a bunch of binary numbers. Press R2 touchpad, press start to place enemies. Only can place enemies in debug room. But it's supposed to be giving me a description, or it's supposed to say a description. Oh, player no damage, player HP does not decrease. Oh, there it is. Not every single one of these spaces has an option. Player HP does not decrease at all. This really is a debug menu. Player HP is 1. Lock player level. 9S hacking debug ally control level max. I get it. Enemies cannot be stunned. Enemies take more damage. Ooh. Enemies set to max stun. Enemy is always on standby. Enemy takes no damage. Okay, so I guess we're looking through all of these to see what different options we can get. Hacking set to maximum speed. Do not draw effects. Do not draw other models. Do not draw enemy. Do not draw player. Do not draw object. Have I ever heard of or seen any videos by Awaken with JP? Never heard of that person. Draw wireframes. Oh, I get it. That is cool. We could run through the whole game in wireframe mode. More games need debug menus like this, just to mess with it. Even if it disables your save, just the ability to do ridiculous stuff like this, I like that option. That's why I like the Enter the Matrix hacking mode so much. Player can't move, can't evade, can't use skills, can't fire projectiles, cannot jump. Sounds like a Dark Souls game. Cannot use heavy attacks, cannot use light attacks. There's a lot of options in here that make me just flat out invincible. That's actually kind of funny. Reverb process, Chronos effect, raise pitch, lower pitch. I could change. I'm changing the background music. Now it has more reverb. I could slow the music down. More games need more debug menus that you can mess with after you've completed the game. More games need this. Always 8-bit. I could change the music to 8-bit. Oh! Auto-generated if not present already. So you could run through the whole game with the music just being pure 8-bit if you wanted to. Even if you're not in a hacking minigame. Record simulation. Now you can make the music sound like it's on a classic disc record. Force playback if vocals present. Oh, I could turn the vocals on so they can always be on. Oh, I like this. Scale pod with tempo. Scale pod with tempo. That's interesting. Okay, what other options we got? Oh, that is cool. They're moving and bobbing with the music. That is so cool. That is really so cool. I'm sorry.
Pod 042 to operator. Coordinates confirmed for location specified by Resistance Leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
The pods go with the tempo. This is actually really cool. I like this. I like debug mode. I like debug mode. So we don't take any damage whatsoever. And enemies take all the damage. So what I would probably do is when I'm playing through this game, you know, legitimately without the debug mode, is I'll probably get to the end of where 2B story is, that gives me access to everywhere, and then just do all the side missions and do my best to level up. That's actually kind of cool, the debug mode. But I could also choose to use chapter select from within a chapter. So if I don't like the chapter I'm at, I can switch chapters while I'm still in the middle of it. In chapter 10, Loss. And at Loss, that gives me access to basically everywhere. Attack on Pascal's village, spherical machine battle, the end of battle, the beginning of battle, full-scale attack. So many different options that allows me to enjoy this game to the fullest now. But we can't save, so I'm just going to go back to the title screen. Alright, I accomplished what I wanted to do here today, ladies and gentlemen, which was see the end of my time with NieR Automata, or at least finish it, so I can scratch it off of my backlog list. Next game I'm probably going to be working on is Mad Max, because I want to work on that one and try and get through that one as well. So, yeah, there's that. But it is 8 o'clock right now. I'm going to go ahead and take this time to... I'm going to take this time to call it for today. So I can enjoy the rest of my day, take a nice shower, just chill, eat some soft batch cookies, and then take care of Kenzo, make sure he's straight. But that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to do the stream so I could finish NieR Automata, so I can go and finish the rest of my backlog games. So before, and here's the thing, the next game I want to get my hands on is Returnal, because I heard about it, and it appeals to me because I like roguelike games, and I've been watching Maximilian Dude play through Returnal, and it's gameplay that really appeals to me. So the next big game I want to be able to play on my channel is Returnal, because I feel like it would be very fun for me. But I want to clear out more of my backlog, so I don't need to worry about constantly going back to different backlog games before I get Returnal. So that's kind of the game plan I have right now. At least until we get some information about when God of War Ragnarok is supposed to release, then I'll play through that game again. But we'll cross those bridges when we get to it. All I can say for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, is hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!
I never quite realized how beautiful this world